Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Khalid Nathan Aleem, the real estate bull. And today we are digging in the news. We're going to keep talking about Zillow. I talked about Zillow last week. We're going to talk about Zillow again. Everybody on this should know what Zillow is. But today in CNN Business, there's an article. And the article says Zillow's home buying debacle shows how hard it is to use AI to value real estate. Now, this is something that's dear to real estate agents because a lot of times when we go out, of course, this is the so-called information age. So there's so much information out there that in real estate, people think, okay, well, my house is worth this. And they're saying my house is worth this based on what? A lot of times they go to Zillow and Zillow the Zestimate, and this is where they get the info from. This is where they get the info from. So it's like, hey, I think my house is worth $1 million. Where you get that information from? I got it from Zillow, from the Zestimate. So a lot of real estate agents are really laughing and kind of patting themselves on the back because this is something that real estate agents have known for a long time. But we're going to break it on down. We're going to break this article down, and we're going to go through it and just, I guess, point out the fallacies, man. All right, so the article says in February, Zillow appeared so confident in its ability to use artificial intelligence to estimate the value of homes that it announced a new option. For certain homes, its so-called Zestimate would also represent an initial cash offer from the company to purchase the property. All right. So that Zestimate, what Zillow did is they took that Zestimate and they said, okay, if you like this number, click on it and this will start the home buying process. Okay. It's just like when you get a call from an investor. All right. What happens with a lot of what are they, wholesalers? With a lot of wholesalers is they'll call you, okay, and say, hey, your house is worth this to get in the door. Well, Zillow was using the same tactic, except they was using the Zestimate to say, okay, this is an initial cash offer. All right, so let's keep it moving. It says the move touted by a company exec at the time as an exciting advancement was intended to streamline the process for home owners considering selling to Zillow as part of its home flipping business. Zillow promoted this option as a way to make it convenient to sell a home while minimizing interactions with others during the pandemic. Just 8 months later, however, the company is shutting down that business. Zillow offers entirely. Okay. So again, only 8 months. 8 months after opening this Zillow offers, now they're closing the doors on Zillow offers. Okay. So again, what was Zillow trying to do? Zillow was trying to do the same thing that wholesalers do. Hey, here's this shiny number to get me into your home. Why? Because most people go with the first person. Most people, and I've done it. You don't want to try. People want ease. A lot of people, they just wanted things easy. So they usually go with the first person. So they're on Zillow and they see this estimate. Hey, I love the number. Click it. Let's go. Now let's see where Zillow got into trouble. So it says the decision announced last week marks a stunning defeat for Zillow. The real estate listing company took a $304 million inventory write-off in the third quarter, which it blamed on having recently purchased homes for prices that are higher than it thinks it could sell them for. The company's stock also took a plunge. It had to cut a quarter of their workforce, which is like over 200,000. No, excuse me, is over 2,000 jobs. Okay, it's over 2,000 jobs that they had to cut because of the haircut that they took on that. It also continues to say that the fallout from this business venture doesn't just point to the challenges in buying and selling homes for profit. However, it also highlights how hard it is to use AI, which is artificial intelligence, to help make expensive real world decisions, particularly in an ever changing market that can be hard to predict months or even weeks out. And with the price, and with prices can be based as much on feelings as it is on clear data points. The CEO for Zillow and co-founder Rich Barton explained this is what he said about it: unpredictability in forecasting home prices that far exceeds what the iBuyer model used by Zillow and other real estate companies entail purchasing homes directly from sellers and then reselling them after doing the work. All right. Is that what he said from the, let me see. Did they miss a part in here? I don't know. But in any case, they thought that they could just use this Zestimate. Now, this might, I'm gonna say a couple things here, and they might go over it again in here. But what are they doing when they're taking this Zestimate? Okay, when they're taking this Zestimate, they're using artificial intelligence. So they're taking the comps, like what other comps in the area have sold for, or houses like that house has sold for. What have houses like this house sold for? So they're taking that, and they're also taking information from the seller. So they're asking the seller, hey, this is listed on public record as having 2 bedrooms. Did you add a bedroom? Does it have a finished basement? Does what? So they're asking them all of this information. They're asking them all this information. But they never go in the house. Zillow's not sending somebody to go in the house. So what is your information based on? It's based on a what's the word that I'm looking for? The home, what they're telling Zillow is based on their biased opinion. On their biased opinion. So they're telling Zillow, yeah, I got a finished basement. And you walk down there and they got a bedroom set down there, okay? But it's not framed out. There might be no flooring down there. But to them, it's a finished basement. Or they may say, oh, well, yeah, I added a bedroom and it's really a walk-in closet. Realtors see this day in and day out. We ask, well, really, realtors don't ask, hey, tell me about your property. What they say is, when can we set an appointment so I can see the property? So I can actually see the property. So I'm not basing it as a realtor myself. I'm not basing it on the seller's perspective of what I think the seller thinks of his property. I'm laying my eyes on the property. So what Zillow thought that they could do is they got cocky. They said, okay, we got this Zestimate, bam. And we got all this artificial intelligence. And with this artificial intelligence, we'll be able to, okay, first of all, get in the door with the sellers. And then once we get in the door, our artificial intelligence is so lit that what we could do is just, hey, ask the seller a couple of questions. We can ask them a couple of questions, and based on their responses, based on what other homes in that area have gone for, we can put all these smart people together, put it in a pot, and we can make offers, buy those homes, and then flip them. No, bro, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. There's a little bit more that goes into it. So now they're going to break down exactly Zillow's process, okay? It says for Zillow, one of the first steps in its decision to purchase any home is the Zestimate, which is a machine learned assisted estimate of a home's market value that is calculated by taking into account oodles of data about the property gathered from sources including tax and property records, homeowners submitted details such as the addition of a bathroom or a bedroom, and pictures of the home. Rival platforms such as Redfin have their own estimates that take similar data. So they're taking, so what is the Zestimate? Okay, we talked about this previously a little bit, but what is the Zestimate? The Zestimate, they're taking tax records, they're taking property records, they're also, the homeowner submits, but probably on a form, an online form, any additions that they've done to the bedroom or bathroom, and they're also sending in pictures. But there's nothing like laying your eyes on the actual property. There's nothing like laying your eyes on the actual property. And not only that, but being a professional of doing it. Because people are biased. People are biased. So having a professional come in, a professional realtor come in and go through the home and say, okay, I see this, I see this, I see this. It shows that it's beating out artificial intelligence. Can artificial intelligence one day get to the point where it's just like a realtor? I don't know. I don't know, because you got to have the feeling. You got to have the feeling of the community. And the thing about, also, this is huge right here, y'all. But before I do that, hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button for the algorithm. Hit the like button for the algorithm, please. 2 seconds before I tell y'all this, okay? Hit the like button and share this out, y'all. Share this out. Because you don't want people deluded on their property prices, do you? You don't. So what was I going to say? Hopefully I didn't lose my train of thought when I was trying to get y'all to put some likes on here, okay? The Zestimate. What was I going to say? Wow, I just lost my train of thought. Okay, let's go back to the article and then maybe I'll remember what I was supposed to be saying. Okay. So it says the estimate, where am I? It says the estimate facts you provided and comparable homes nearby are used to calculate an estimated sales price. Zillow explained it on their Zillow Offers webpage to homeowners who may be interested in selling their property to the company. The page now notes the company is winding down the services and it isn't taking any more offers. All right. So after the estimate, the page explains Zillow conducts an in-person evaluation of a property, determines the amount it deems necessary for repairs before it could resell the home, and then it makes a final offer. Zillow has brought tens of thousands of homes since the launch of Zillow Offers, but has sold many fewer than it snapped up. According to its quarterly results, it purchased 27,000 homes from April 2018 to September 2021 and sold 17,000. So from 2018 to 2021, okay, it bought 27,000 homes and it sold 17,000 homes. Okay, so right now, according to this, real rough, it has an inventory of 10,000 homes. That's a lot of homes. And again, what Zillow was in essence doing was that they were becoming wholesalers. Okay, they were becoming wholesalers. Now, it does say that Zillow would send people out to evaluate the home. But I guess my question would be, are these people just order takers or are they realtors? That would be my question. Because I spoke previous that Zillow is a brokerage. Okay, Zillow is a brokerage. They do have their brokerage license. So my question would be, are they sending people out? Because, oh, this is, okay, I do remember now what I wanted to say. I got a comment here. Hold on. I do remember what I wanted to say. Okay, property values. what I wanted to say was that pricing a house is an art. It's not a science. It's an art. It's not a science. So this is somebody who has priced many of homes. I've priced many of homes. So what happens is you use all of your data, you use your market feel and your market experience to come up with a price. And what I usually do is I use a range. So I tell people, okay, when I sit down with my sellers, I let them know, here's the range of what people are paying for your home at this time. So I'm not saying, hey, your home's going to sell for this. No, here's a range of what your home can sell for based on what I've seen from the home. And most of the time it falls within that range versus giving somebody one price. Now you got to come up with a price. Of course, you can't put it on the market for a range. So I find out I give the range to my sellers. Hey, this is the range. What are you most comfortable with? Because at the end of the day, the seller is in the driver's seat. The seller is in the driver's seat as far as what they want to put their home on the market for. I am a trusted real estate expert. So I'm going to give you, okay, here's a range of what your house should sell for. And then once we put it on the market's going to tell you whether it's priced too high or whether it's priced too low. The market's going to tell you that. And how does the market tell you that? The market tells you from the traffic. The market tells you from the traffic. If you put that house on the market and people are beating down your doors to get in that house, okay, you may have not priced it enough. So what happens is you can adjust the price. You can adjust the price. But if you put the house on the market and there's absolutely no traffic, nobody's coming to see that property, then you probably priced it a little too high. You probably priced it a little too high. And you make adjustments. You make adjustments to it. Okay? And for everybody out there in general, it's better to price your house lower than it is higher. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if your house is priced lower, it can always come up. And it's a good look to come up. And you may get the buyers into a bidding war. Because the other realtors also know how much the house is worth. So for example, if you got a $500,000 house, so you got a $500,000 house, and you put it on the market for $100,000, that buyer's real estate agent is also running comps to see how much that house is worth. And if he sees that house is worth $500,000, then he knows that. Let me fix this. Then he knows that other people are going to be bidding up to that $500,000, not that $100,000 that I'm gonna say it like this, that rookie realtor put that house on the market for. Because he knows it's not worth $100,000. It's worth $500,000. So it's going to go up. The market is going to push it up. The market is going to push it up. That's number one. And then number two, you can have a bidding war. So if I know it's worth $500,000 and I'm trying to push it up, I may come and offer, okay, I go to the open house and I see it flooded. I see it flooded with, I don't know, 50 people. Okay, I'm going to go back to my buyer. Hey, there's a whole bunch of interest on this property. We need to be coming as much as we can do. as much as we can do. So that's going to drive the price up. But if you overprice it, okay, so let me finish my thought on that. So if you underprice it, most of the time it's going to go up to what the market price is. So if you, for example, you have a house that's worth $200,000 and you put it on the market for $150,000, if it's really worth $200,000, the market, for the most part, will push it up to that $200,000 mark. Now, if you said have that same $200,000 home and you price it for $250,000, what's going to happen is people who can afford the $250,000 or $300,000. Let's say you put it on the market for $300,000. If you put it on a market for $300,000, people are going to see, people who are shopping for $300,000 homes, they're going to see that your house doesn't compare to that house. Your house doesn't compare to that $300,000 house, the other $300,000 houses on the market. So they're going to skip it. And what's going to happen is after a while, you're not going to get any showings. So nobody's going to, you're not going to get any traffic. And when you don't get traffic, at some point in time, you're going to lower the price. But when you lower the price, okay, when you lower the price, now people are, it's not as strong. So now you lowered it from 300,000 to 200,000, for example. Now people are going to be looking at the house like, why did he lower the price? There must be something wrong there. Then doubt starts to creep in people's mind. Why did he lower the price? Remember, it's worth 200,000. But now I see that it's been on the market for 40 days or 50 days. And now you lowered it to 200. Oh, well, shoot, me as a buyer's agent, he lowered it to 200. Let's go 180. Let's go 180 and see what, I mean, if I'm looking at a listing for a buyer and the house is on the market for 40 days, 50 days, and now I see that it's coming down. Okay, well, I try a little bit underneath that because apparently the home is not getting any traction. So why don't I put an offer in a little bit less? And now you have people lowballing you. Now you got people lowballing you. So anyway, I didn't want to go off on a tangent. Okay, I didn't want to go off on a tangent, but I do see people out there who are overpricing their homes. And that's what happens when you overprice your homes. When you overprice your home and you come down, that's not a good look. But if you underprice your home and it goes up, that is a good look, okay? So let's get back to the article on Zillow, all right? It says Zillow declined a request for an interview, okay? In a statement, Zillow's spokesperson told CNN Business the company used the Zestimate for Zillow offers the same way we encourage the public to use it as a starting point. All right, so now they're backtracking. But again, I need y'all to like this. I need y'all to like for the algorithm. Like for the algorithms, please. Thank you. Like for the algorithms. And share this, man. If you can, share this out with folks. So the article continues. The challenge we faced in Zillow offers was the ability to accurately forecast the future price of inventory 3 to 6 months out in a market where there are larger or more rapid changes in home values than ever before. So this is what Zillow's spokesperson said, okay? This is what Zillow's spokesperson said, that basically we got washed. We got washed out there because we couldn't predict what was going to happen in the future with these home prices. And you can't predict. I mean, let me say this. You can predict, okay? But a lot of times you won't be correct. All right. So the article continues. Indeed, since Zillow entered the home flipping business in 2018, and now they're going to make an excuse for Zillow. It says real estate markets have changed in a wildly unpredictable way. The pandemic led to a temporary housing market freeze, followed by a supply and demand imbalance that caused an unprecedented rise in home prices. This may only have complicated the company's decision to include the Zestimate, which Zillow points out is not an appraisal, but a computer-generated estimate of the value of a home today, given the available data, as part of the Zillow offers process in more than 20 cities. All right, so what Zillow is saying here is, number one, they're putting it out that this is not an appraisal. Well, I think that they should make that more known. They should make that more known on their website, because a lot of sellers take it as appraisals. They take it as appraisals. Well, my house, I've seen this over and over. Well, what's your number? Because this is what I ask sellers, okay? What's your number? Because sometimes they have a number in their head. What's your number? A lot of times I'll get the number and I'll go to Zillow and it's the same estimate. It's the same as the Zestimate, because they went, oh man, my house is worth this. Now check this out. Check this out. Me as a realtor, me as an investor, home investor or property manager, landlord, wherever, sometimes I go on Zillow too. And I'm like, what? My house is worth that much? Now I got to catch myself. Okay. Well, no, let me go do the comps. Okay. But listen, I'm not going to sit up here and act like I don't get caught up also. I get caught up on there on a Zillow. Man, my property's worth that much? Hold on, Khalid. Let's go back and let's run the numbers and see, is that actually accurate or not? Okay. But this Zestimate, again, it is not an appraisal, people. So when y'all go on Zillow, don't take that number and run with it. Man, I bought this house for $50,000 and the estimate say $200,000 or any of those artificial intelligent, because Redfin has them. There's a bunch of, it's just not Zestimate. It's just not Zillow. Redfin, Realtor.com. You got a whole bunch of sites out there that give you these numbers. They give you these numbers, and a lot of people take them as appraisals, and they're not. So you might be saying, all right, Khalid, if I really want to know what my house is worth, then what should I do? Okay, contact a realtor. Contact a realtor and get a comparative market analysis, for short CMA. Ask them to give you a CMA. And what you're looking for is, you're not looking for a price. What you're looking for is a range of what your house can sell for. You're looking for a range, not a particular, all right, your house is worth this. Because the thing about it is, your house can be worth that on Monday, but on Friday, it might be worth something else. Okay. So to keep on with the article says artificial intelligence. Where am I? It says artificial intelligence can look at far more information far more quickly than a human being could when considering a fair price for a home, weighing factors like comparable home sales in an area, how many people are looking in a specific neighborhood, and so on. Still, all right, still, you can have a real estate agent look at the house and in 1 second pick out a critical factor of the evaluation that just doesn't exist as one or zeros in any database. Okay, so this was said by a real estate technology strategist and a scholar in-house at the University of Colorado in Buffalo. Okay, so he's saying, I mean, I agree with what he's saying. You can have a whole bunch, or you can have a lot of factors. You can have a bunch of X's and O's. But again, this is what real estate agents do. This is what I do. So when I go through a home, I understand, okay, the houses in this area go for this. But here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. For example, I just went to I just met with a seller. And they were adamant that the home on this side of them was selling for this, and the home on this side was selling for this. So that was their anchor. I don't know if you guys know about psychology, but when people have opinions on a lot of things, they have anchors, okay? They have anchors to say, okay, my thought is based on this, and they pull back from that, okay? Well, the person's house is in the middle. The person's house is probably worth like 160, but the house on each side of them, one went for 190 and the other one went for like 180. Excuse me. So they think that their house is worth that. But the thing that they don't understand is that the houses on the other side of them, one of them is set up just like their house, okay? But the basement is finished, lightly finished, okay? The basement is lightly finished, makes a difference. The other house is a corner house, so it has more space, makes a difference. The other house has a deck, makes a difference. So all this stuff makes a difference. The other house on the other side was a 3-bedroom, not a 2-bedroom. And also the finishes were better. So I always say this every time I come out here. There's 3 main factors in the price of a home. Number 1 is the location. So in this example, the locations are the same because the house is right there. The house on this side, house on that side. So the locations are the same. Number 2 is the size. The other ones are a little bit bigger because this one is a 2-bedroom. The other are a 3-bedroom. One's a 3-bedroom because they have a 3-bedroom. They have a 3rd bedroom above grade, meaning above the ground. And then the other one has a 3rd bedroom, but it's below the ground, but it's still another bedroom. And then you have finishes. The finishes were different. What are finishes? Finishes are the cabinets, the painting, the trim, all that stuff that's inside. Those are finishes. So all that stuff can be changed, okay? But all right, y'all, I got a ton of things to do on this crazy Wednesday. Ton of appointments. If you guys need anything, I'm out here, all right? All right, y'all, if y'all looking to buy a home, sell a home, or invest in real estate, I got y'all. Also, go to www.regroundzero. That's my, I have a waiting list, okay? My waiting list for Real Estate Ground Zero. That's a program that I'm coming out with soon. And who's this program for? It's for people that are looking to buy a home, people who are looking to start investing in home. If you want to invest in real estate, but you don't know how, okay? You don't know how. This program is going to get you up to speed. And also those who want to be real estate agents. If you want to be a real estate agent, again, I got this program that's going to show you the steps that you need to take to be a real estate agent and to be a successful real estate agent. All right, y'all, this is Khalid Nathan Aleem, the real estate boy. I'm out. All right, y'all. I catch y'all in traffic. Dre, what up?